You're disgusting. Anybody over there, hi Struggles, I hope you're doing all right. Y'all are paying her. Do you not understand what's going on? There is a reason. Just like last year, right? Do y'all remember last year when we ramped up and I wrote the governor letter, and there was obviously a precipitating factor that made me get so aggressive, right? That situation was the text message with the teacher, the hot dog situation. That's now we all know that, right? But when this was going on, right, I couldn't tell people what it was, and I try to tell y'all without telling y'all. But please believe me that if things are starting to get more aggressive, we have our reasons. We do have there's a reason why we shift and start to focus somewhere else. And sometimes I understand the frustration, but sometimes it's better left unsaid. Those people, Gabby, hi JC, villain, you better be nice. They're starting to talk, and she's sitting by them, so I need to make sure that this stays good. Mommy was mad. Yep. Mommy was mad. How does that not... Listen to me, y'all. I don't understand how those words do not destroy her from the inside out. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Because there is no way. Internet would not be my concern, whether it was my fucking income or not. Because the most important thing to me in my life would be repairing whatever my son is feeling. Do you understand that? The income doesn't matter if your kids don't feel safe. Yo, I can't say enough. Please don't watch her. I agree, Wendy. I agree. I think that she wants a do-over kid, and she doesn't understand that it would be the same outcome. Guinea pigs. But now he can talk, bitch. Does that scare you? Does that scare you? Hi, Kick Rocks. That's another thing. Okay. Listen, it's her fault. She sent those fucking pictures out. He does. You're right. He said, I'll kill you, pretty fucking clear. The internet should be the last concern. Please do not watch her. I know Feisty was live today for hours. Y'all, it is... I know that... I know. I got it. There is... I think this... The injury... Let me show you. May 4th is the day of the emergency. That's the day of the visit. Those bruises were not fresh. The swelling was not... It did not happen on the 4th. Hi, Dobby. I'm trying, y'all. I'm sorry. It happened at least 5 days before that. That's a great question, because that's what I would be concerned about. I would be concerned about the fact it's a head injury. I had to end my live yesterday because I was gonna rage, and I could feel it, right? Like, I could feel it building up, and I really don't like to get like that on the internet. But it's not because you don't deserve it, because you do. You do. Correct. Stop drugging him, Gabby. Do you hear me? Stop it. And giving him those medications with the head injury? Hi, Luann. Were you giving him the clonidine and the melatonin with a fucking head injury? What the fuck would you have done if he didn't wake up? What would you have done? God forbid. What would you have done then? You didn't think about it like that because you're fucking stupid? Alexia, you make me sick. I hope that those words mean something to you. You make me fucking sick. You don't deserve that baby. He deserves to be in a loving, supportive home that will enrich him. You are disgusting. How dare you get on this motherfucking app and talk about anything? Anything. Is that why you're so mad you can't show CPS proof of seizures? Is that what you're mad about? Do you know that's what they want? Proof of seizures? Get away from them. Why can't you just show it? Listen, a lot of people don't know this. When that happened, right? When he was removed, remember that I got hit by a car that day, okay? Before I got hit by a car, I would have applied for him to take him the fuck away from you. I've been a foster mother in a different state before. You don't deserve him. Every single issue that he has goes back to you. Every single one. Because you're too fucking busy playing internet. You need serious help. Serious help. The damage that you are causing. I appreciate it, Katiba. The damage the damage has been done. Is that American Dummy? That's not true, you stupid fuck. Do you know that you're... Listen, hit the box. Hit the box. Now, as a matter of fact, don't, because I ain't going to build you a platform. You're wrong. And other people have seen proof. You're being lied to. And I know you know, so your best bet is to get the fuck out of this live before I put it all on her. Understand? Do some fucking research. It ain't my fault you're being lied to. Go figure it out. Other people have the proof. I don't owe you shit, bitch. The fuck? Got me all fucked up. Crazy as fuck. You don't know anything about my kids. You want to talk about my kids, ma'am? I could talk about yours. You want to play that game? You don't know anything about what you're talking about. And you're listening to people that are lying to you. Just so you know. So you're going to be the one with egg on your face. Not me, boo. I'm going to be sitting pretty over here. So, best of luck. Best of luck. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. Ain't no way. You coming here to try to trigger me to get me to talk about her, knowing damn well that I'm in court with her? You'll see. She could go sit with her pedo lover. She's not welcome over here. Wait until you find that out. What then? What then? You're gonna look so fucking stupid because you're just chomping at the bit and not affecting me any. That's so embarrassing. I would be mortified, you know? But hey. Anyway, back to some more important things. I know, it's so funny. Oh, you know what? Thank you for reminding me, because I'll drop the proof that I gave to everybody else in the server so that everybody else could see it. Yeah, you know. But I suggest, if you don't want me talking about your kids, don't talk about mine. You know what I mean? Y'all are fucking weirdos. I don't know why you can't understand it. I raised my kids. Fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. Listen, CPS does know. You're right. You're right, they do. They do. I appreciate you, allegedly. Um, there's gonna be some escalation over there. There are people working on it, but she doesn't think that she's just gonna tell CPS, okay, see you later, and they're just gonna go away. You really think that? I remember when she got him back, right? So let me back up a bit. When he was removed, and then they had that hearing the next day, right? She didn't get him back because the allegations weren't true. All right? I appreciate you. You follow me for a second. She got them back because they were assigned attorneys, and those attorneys were able to poke holes in CPS's allegations, such as the iPad. Okay? Let's talk about the iPad. The iPad was a big contention for removal. Why? Because Gabby lets him watch whatever the fuck he wants. All right? And there is no oversight regarding the things that he watches. You understand? They brought up what was on the iPad, and they couldn't specifically say that it was Cam that did it. And of course, Gabby lied. So it was holes. And I said then, they're gonna come back, and you ain't gonna be able to. There's gonna be no poking holes. They are gonna make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed. They're coming back. Gabby chose to not do any fucking work at all, and to get worse. They're coming, and that's exactly what's gonna happen this time. Now, she can choose to get on the internet. They don't like to lose, Gabby. You hear me? They don't like to lose, but you could bet your ass that if they lost once, they're not losing again. And you're dumb enough to get here on the internet. I agree. Listen, the teachers know. The teachers and every employee of that school is very well aware of who Gabrielle Jacobson is. Gabby, are you allowed at the school without, like, Aaron? I will. I'm not going to be very long. I just felt bad because I forgot yesterday when I was ending. I said, I'll see you tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday. And I forgot that, like, I'm majorly packed today. So I'm doing it, and then I'm going to end. The school knows, y'all. The school has told her on multiple occasions, had conversations with her. They know. I promise they know. Aside from that, shit, I just wanted to say something. No, I think that she thinks that nothing is gonna happen. And that's what's fucking crazy to me, alright? Because they've already ripped him out of there before. You don't think they'll do it again? They will. And next time, you're not gonna get him back like that. Y'all, because she's not self-aware. That's just what it comes down to, is she is so out of her fucking mind, all right, that she does not understand that things are gonna pick up, especially with the people that are all involved in the back, funneling information to somebody to get it to them. There's no getting around it. It truly hurts my heart that he is probably going to not know what real friendship is because of her. It's because of her. And I gotta be honest, like, when my kids were young, if that was what their friends' parents were like, I would do the same thing. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? There is no childhood there, y'all. In the photo, we live in Florida, okay? That boy is so pale because he doesn't get sunlight. It's Florida. You don't take him outside. Aaron may, but you don't do fucking anything with that kid. Talking about mommy and me classes. Should have done that when he was a baby. But you didn't want to enrich him. You wanted to keep your foot on his neck and keep him behind. And now it's all going to catch up to you. Because he can talk, Gabby. And the things that he's saying, you're not going to like. You didn't think about that? You didn't think about that at some point he was going to be able to talk. While you're parading around the internet, nonverbal, level 3, you don't remember that? We remember that. And then you get up on here and talk about you took accountability. No, the fuck you didn't. I need y'all to tap. You've never taken any real accountability. So for you to sit over there, let me explain the difference to you, Gabby. All right? Sitting over there saying, well, this one does this and this one does that. They're not you. They're not you. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Kids are failed by DCF all the time. That kid has a fucking army. An army. And we are not going to let you continue to abuse him. Do you understand me? And now, what the fuck are you going to do when there's a bridge? Okay? Politics. I've always been good with it. And I could go over here and talk to this person. And then go over here and talk to this person. And that army just got 3 times bigger. Because now we will all work together so that something fucking happens to you. So that you could be jolted out of your false reality. You deserve people to do to you what you do to him. God bless you, Zenny, because I'd have kicked that bitch's fucking door in. I would have went and drove right up. What's up? What's up? You want to talk? Let's talk. Because you ain't going to have that energy face to face. And it is embarrassing for you to think that Krusty is going to make a difference over here. I know she doesn't. But this is going to be... I agree. Hold on. Let me back up a second. I don't think that Aaron is any better. Aaron may be good with him. All right? Better with him than Gabby is. Okay? But he is allowing it and complicit at this point in time. There is no fucking way. Parent, not parent. Okay? That my kid would have an injury like that and the other parent doesn't take him immediately. Why didn't you take him? Why didn't somebody take that baby to the emergency room when it happened? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I'm telling you, those bruises are at least 5 days old. Do you understand that? Did you know that people could look at a bruise and see how old it is? Did you not know that? Why was that not an emergency situation over there? Why was that not an emergency situation? And then you continued letting those medications be given, not knowing if he had a fucking head injury? Mind blown. Mind blown. Yeah, Gabby. Exactly. Gabby could stub her motherfucking toe and run to the ER. Why did y'all not fucking take him? Why did y'all not take him? He is just as guilty in my mind. Because he could have gotten in the car and driven him. Why didn't you? Or did you just see his face and figure, fuck it? Y'all should have taken it. CPS 100% knows that they were old bruises. Why is he on clonidine? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Let me back up a second. The last time that we talked about the clonidine and the melatonin, I said, why are you giving him so much medication? Do y'all remember that? After that live, I did some research, right? And I found out that that is it's a common protocol, common medication for a child that has ADHD. All right? So let me correct that. However, I'm going to say this, y'all. I don't think that the combination and triple the dose of what is a normal melatonin dose, I don't think that that's good. I said what I said. You understand? Because she's been giving him... I'm trying to turn this air on. I'm sorry. What's going on? She's been giving him 5 milligrams of melatonin for years. Regular dose is 1 or 2. I agree. And that's one of the things on the thing. We're trying to get some stuff together so that it'll be escalated. But I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You didn't take him to the hospital for that injury. He could have had a head injury. I don't know what the actual diagnosis was, so I can't say. However, I'm assuming with the damage, the injuries, that it was at least minimal precautions. Okay? Minimal precautions are what? Make sure they're sleeping, wake them up, right? Periodically, all right? You drugged them. You drugged them. Do you think that was smart to do before taking him to the emergency room to know what the damage was? No. Y'all don't deserve him. Either one of y'all. Either one of y'all don't fucking deserve him. I couldn't even, y'all, I have to take like over-the-counter sleep meds because I have trouble sleeping, all right? I couldn't take my sleep meds with a concussion. And you didn't even take him. I appreciate you, Squish. You didn't even take him. I don't know. It doesn't. Hi, FBI. It doesn't register in my mind how you could see this and not say, we need to go to the emergency room right now so that he can have some testing done and make sure there wasn't. Do you know how many bones are in the skull? Do you know that? Little tiny bones. Probably not. You're right. You're probably right. I'm assuming that she has half a brain. You right. But she'll call an ambulance for her. Fucking heat stroke, heat exhaustion, because you can't fucking control your diet and you're out in 100-degree weather. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Nobody gives a fuck, Gabby. Nobody gives a fuck. You like the grace that you think you deserve, you don't. You don't. Right. You got right. If it's her, she'll rush. Call the cops, call the ambulance, call this one, call that one. But he's got a busted face. And you make him sit there for days. What reality do y'all live in over there? Honestly. I'll never understand it. He should come first, not y'all. He should. You don't put him first in fucking anything. And then you want to get on this bitch and play Mother of the Year. You got a long way to go, ma'am. A long way to go. Right. Aaron called the police because Karen was on the internet. Get the fuck out of here. What is wrong with y'all? Bingo, Rebecca. What is the other reason? That's a lie. Let me back up, Alexia. She always says that when bad things get caught. All right? Always. Now, I've been speaking to some professionals in this type of stuff, right? After between my live yesterday and today. Hi, Jeff. If he bumped heads with another kid, where's the other kid's injuries? They'd have them. That's what a pity. All right? There would be injuries. Okay? On both children. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what caused it. All right? But I know she didn't take him when it happened. And that is enough for me to side-eye. I don't think any of them are any better than the other. All right? I don't give a fuck what American Mama says. If they didn't take him to that, not at all. They're not a bump. Let me back up. It is not a knot. His forehead, his bridge of his nose, 2 black eyes. It's not a knot like he got hit. You hear me? It looks like a broken nose. No, it's not a punch. A kid couldn't do that. A kid couldn't do that. Okay? That's possible, but... So, Miguel, we come to this place where she gives one story, then she gives another, and she didn't take him for treatment. Somebody that doesn't have something to hide doesn't wait for treatment, Gabby. And we know there are people that have seen, I don't know, right? He did say, Mommy got mad. You're right. You're right. And I don't necessarily like to do the what ifs, right? What I know for certain is it wasn't cared for when it happened. No, it's definitely not a bite, y'all. It is not that kind of injury. For certain, okay, those bruises are at least 5 days old. Full stop. I did ask people that are... hold on a second, I want to get that. Did you see... Right, okay, Favid, you did see the image. I know that they're going around, y'all. Please do not share them publicly, okay? Please. It's 100% a real photo. Not only that, but there was also a video that Karen sent to Kaylee or something along those lines, and she said he doesn't look like he has black eyes here, but the angle of his face, it could be shielding it because his eyes are sunken in. And I know that people want to get her in any way possible, right? Don't do it at his expense, please. All right? I understand that people have invested, right? I understand that, all right? I understand that half of the people that watch this shit show really are just waiting for accountability, all right? Don't do it at his expense. I understand that his mother exploits him more than anybody else does. All right? He doesn't deserve that. All right? He's old enough, and he is working with the agencies and the therapists. If y'all remember, in the DCF report, when he was removed, it said that he understands the difference between truth and a lie. And him learning and getting better with his voice is going to be the end of you, Gabby. You hear me? Do you hear me? You kept him quiet. Not no more. All right? And I agree. Yeah, he did. So you're right. She does try to coach him. You're right. And we've all seen proof of that. But this is just my opinion. I think that he's done with it. You understand? I think that he has, now that he's found his voice, he's telling people. And she does. I know she does, y'all. I know she does. And I'm just hoping, that this situation is gonna change things over there. And I appreciate you, Alexia. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and this is just one that we know of. How many other kids are being failed down there? Groups in different professions. Okay? And we are all gathering what we need. And it will be escalated. And a supervisor will take over, and then hopefully something changes. Because that situation is not sustainable. And honestly, I'm fucking tired of you blaming him. I'm tired of you getting on this motherfucker and making yourself a victim when you're the abuser. I'm tired of it. You don't get to get up on here. You're a special needs mom. You're so tired. Hi, Lily. No, you're not. The fuck are you tired from? What are you tired from? There are women in this chat that have nonverbal special needs kids, and every fucking thing they do is for their kid. You don't know what that's like. You don't have any fucking idea. First time mother at 5. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It's on us, y'all. People have to stop watching her. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore, because now I have proof that you're fucking abusive. I have proof that he had an injury that should have been an immediate emergency visit, and you didn't do that. I have proof. So if y'all are over there paying her, that is what y'all are supporting. There are so many people that are streaming from all different groups. New ones are popping up every day. Please don't pay her. Let her sit over there with her 3 fucking supporters that are clearly okay with child abuse. Did y'all see that picture? And y'all are over there with no problem. You're okay with that? I agree, Ketty. I agree. If there was nothing, the picture, as far as I know, let me be clear here, all right? As far as I know, it hasn't been posted, and I am going to beg y'all to not post it. I appreciate you, Alexia, all right? It isn't something that you want to see. And I understand that around here, if you didn't see it, it didn't happen. I promise you it's not something that you want to see. You want to know how I felt about that picture? Go watch my live from yesterday, and you could literally see me open it. And if that reaction doesn't tell you you don't want to really see it, I don't know what to tell you. It is not a good thing. It isn't. It's really fucking unfortunate. It really is. Because she should have, okay, let me explain. When your children are removed from your home, all right, a normal mom would move heaven and earth, okay? They would do whatever the fuck that judge is telling them to do, okay? She hasn't gotten better. She's gotten worse. She's gotten worse. She uses the excuse that her video, she uses the excuse that this is her income. My opinion, the more time you work, the less time you have to be bothering that baby. Because I'm telling you, the fact that you were giving him those medications with the possible head injury is going to be a fucking problem for you. I find out. It's going to be a problem for you. You didn't know because you didn't take them. That's going to be a problem for you. That is neglect. 110% neglect. Do you think that CPS isn't thinking like we're all thinking? Like, why would you just not take them to the emergency room? Why would you just... The fact that you waited is going to be a fucking problem for you. But the picture does not need... I understand that there have been pictures of him with injuries before. All right? Please don't... I'm respectively begging people to not do that. Do y'all remember when the homeschooling conversation came up? What did I say? Educators, the school system, all right? They're the front lines. They see these kids every day. They build a relationship with these kids. They know when something's right, something's wrong, okay? They are, I promise you the teachers are aware. I promise you they are. And they have reported her more than once. All right? Now, homeschooling hides abuse. Exactly. But I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. Because I can't fathom a child having an injury like that and not immediately getting them to an emergency room. It doesn't... Shelly, I really wish I knew, but I don't. We don't know. I don't know. I know that she's given 2 different stories, and I know that she didn't take him when it happened. That's all I know. I know that we're ramping things up a bit as far as pressure on DCF, and this is why. I do also know that she didn't necessarily have a specific caseworker, and I didn't think about this until today when I was going, like, seeing some things with different names on it, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? That I this is my opinion. I believe that was allowing things to fall through the cracks. It blows my mind. It blows my mind, okay, that you go to the emergency room for anything, but you didn't take him for that. It blows my mind. The teacher is not on Gabby's side. I don't give a fuck what she says over there. I also don't give a fuck what she says about her doctors. Girl, nobody has doctors on speed dial, all right? I believe the seizures are a deflection. That's my opinion. Because if she had all these seizures, an EEG wouldn't be like optional. You know what I mean? It would have been done immediately. She would have been hospitalized. The neurologist would have seen her in a consult. 110%. You also wouldn't wait months for a neurologist. It's a lie. It's a lie. I do think so. Do y'all remember? Let me make sure I have the series right. Give me like in my brain. Do y'all remember when the day of the hot dog incident? Okay, follow me for a second. It might take me a second to get to where I'm going. The teachers reported that day, and the sheriffs came out, I believe, that night. It was like 10 o'clock at night, okay? CPS was there. Gabby told people that CPS was there because of the lock on the outside of the door, okay? But that's not what it was. It was the report that the teacher made for the hot dog incident, okay? Your environment is the problem, Gabby. These teachers have already reported more than once. They are, listen, I know that she thinks that she's got people fooled. She doesn't. I promise that she doesn't. She may think that because she doesn't, there was something else. I don't think so either. No, hold on. There was something else that I put in my notes. Hold on, because it was important. I'm just going to run through them really quick. It's on my YouTube channel, my live from yesterday. I opened that text message and you could see my face. If you're new here and you don't necessarily know what my mouth doesn't say, my face will. Like, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face will tell you everything you need to know. Yes, she was locking him in his bedroom. And then, when she got caught, she said CPS told her to do that in case of emergencies. Yeah. Gabby and her lawsuit. It's never going to happen. Do you hear me? You do not have a case. Stop telling people that. Okay? I also want you to be aware you're never going to raise anything close to the money that it would take without Kaylee. You would have never gotten there without her last time. Your GoFundMe sat at $108 for weeks. Hold on, y'all. Puzzle piece. Okay? For weeks. It sat there for weeks, girl. Alright? Nobody gets in trouble for valid calls. If there are valid concerns, which there are, okay? Just if there's any confusion, there are valid concerns in that home. Alright? Nobody gets in trouble for that. Doesn't happen. Alright? I'm telling you, if you take money from those people for another attorney, I'm going to find a way to have you jammed up for it because you don't have a case. And you are publicly, proudly neglecting and abusing that kid. And we're fucking done with it. We're so done with it that people that don't even fucking like each other are putting their differences to the side to make sure that your son is safe. Because he ain't safe with you. Okay? Also, something I want to clear up. The only reason that you got that temporary restraining order on Feisty is because you used Cam's name. Not because you had the evidence to get it. Because you didn't show any. Alright? Just want to make sure that that's clear. Alright? You don't have a civil suit. You don't have one. I don't know, Annie. I wish I knew. Alright? You don't have one. Stop lying to people. We do. We could sue the fuck out of you. But let me tell you something. A case like that, where the fuck? You don't even have $1,000. Where the fuck are you getting 100 grand from? Where? So I've heard that she does, and I don't know why y'all think that this is like okay. I don't know how anybody in her life thinks that this is okay. Because it's not. It's not okay. Anybody over there, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. What is wrong with y'all? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. It's wild to me. And are y'all child abusers too? Is that the thing? Would you not take your kid to the emergency room if they fucking smacked or bashed their head into something? Was his nose bleeding, Gabby? Listen, SB, if it were my family, okay, I'd have been Baker reacted her, okay? I'd have been at the courthouse. I would not stop until that baby was safe. I don't know how the fuck these people are ignoring it, but it isn't our problem. It's y'all's problem. Mimi, y'all created this fucking problem. Get a hold of it because it ain't the internet's problem. How do y'all not see the fucking problem here? Honestly. Sorry, I gotta keep checking the cat every once in a while. Right, Coroner. Right, that's what I'm saying. And just really quick, I appreciate you, Hamas. Really quickly, how many people in here? I want to hold the chat just for people that saw the photos. Okay. If you saw those photos, just yes or no. Okay. Is it clear that she did not take him when it happened? Yes or no? Did you not know, Gabby, that people could tell that stuff? You didn't know that? You didn't know that? At least 5 days. And I do want to say this, like, if I have bruises, it takes a while. Like, sometimes I'll bump into shit, and I'll have a bruise on my leg for 3 weeks, y'all. Okay? Thank you. But, I'm going to say at least 5. She sent them out to people, and they sent them to us. If you didn't see them, I want people to understand. Hold on. I'm not saying it. I promise you don't want to see it. Especially if you live within driving distance. It's not a good thing. They were medical professionals. Those, you didn't, not only did you not take him, you continued drugging him to sleep without knowing if he had a head injury. And that blows my fucking mind. Because as a 46, almost 47-year-old woman that had a head injury, I couldn't take my sleeping meds for weeks. But you're doing it to a 5-year-old. Without knowing he had a head injury. No, please don't. Listen, y'all. Please don't share him if you have him. It blows my mind. And Aaron is just as bad, in my opinion. No. Aaron is just as bad. And should be charged with failure to protect. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. The shit that you allow. Why didn't you take him? Why didn't you take him? What the fuck are you so afraid of her putting on the internet about you? That you risked your son. You don't think about, because you're fucking stupid too? You didn't think about that? That you were going to continue treating business as usual with medications and shit, not knowing if he had a fucking head injury. Y'all are fucking, like, I don't even know where y'all come from. But y'all need to be banished somewhere without a fucking Wi-Fi signal. Take Lori Jones with you. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I don't even see y'all as human. Do you understand that? You're subhuman in my mind. Because I would take a stranger's kid to the hospital if I saw that. And you didn't even take your own. The fuck is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? There is just no, there is no logical explanation in my mind for the fact that y'all waited. None. Because the only reason that y'all would have waited is because you were afraid of something. What were you afraid of? What were you afraid of? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Because, villain, you had to be afraid of something. You are scaring the fuck. Ma'am, are you scaring the fuck out of the guinea pigs? Ma'am, look at her. This cat is a nut job. Alright, y'all? How many times have I pulled her down since I've been here? It's too long. Same. I rage, though. I feel rage. And I don't like to feel that way anymore, y'all. Like, I talked about this recently. That's possible, but guess what? I don't give a fuck if you're on the birth certificate. I appreciate y'all. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't care if you're on the birth certificate. If you raised that baby since birth, and you saw a fucking injury like that on his fucking face, and you didn't take him either, you are disgusting. You are disgusting. I don't care if it's your biological kid. Because if it were my neighbor's kid, I would take that kid or call a fucking ambulance. Y'all call an ambulance for everything else over there. The fuck? Y'all should be charged for the amount of resources you waste over there. It's gross. It is gross. And you get on this internet. I appreciate you, Alexi. You get up on this fucking... This is what blows my mind. You get up on this internet and act like we give a fuck what you gotta say. Okay? You sit over there and act like the best parents there are. I was better parents than y'all in active addiction. Do you understand that? I was a full-blown fucking junkie, and I was a better parent than you. That's wild behavior, y'all. No, there is no excuse for why you didn't take him. None. Zero. And I'm just gonna be honest, I don't think the judge or CPS is gonna is gonna see one either. So you don't get to get up on here and say, well, this one's live and has kids. We all have kids, but we put them first, and you fucking don't. You don't. You never have. Jiggy, are you here? I need